Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a fantastic evening as always. It has been a hot minute since I've done a commentary video, but we're back, and I just wanted to talk about things today and why I feel our attention spans being so chopped are part of the reason why we don't enjoy games as much anymore, especially racing games. We're going to be doing some runs on Tokyo Extreme Racer. We're in the rig today, and as you can see, I am not where I typically am. I'm going to get into that in just a second, but let's talk for a second. Real talk here. How many times have you guys been playing a game, and you're playing a game, and the moment there's a loading screen or there's a kind of like a downward, like the action kind of calms down, you immediately grab your phone. You immediately start scrolling on Instagram Reels. You immediately start going on TikTok or like doom scrolling. The second that there's no dopamine coming from the game you're playing, you immediately look for a different source. I'm very guilty of this. I'm a zoomer in the year 2025. I am 100% guilty of this. How many times have you been playing games and you have like a TikTok or a YouTube video on the background? Or like a live stream. Maybe not a TikTok. Like I sound like a boomer saying that. It's like, how many of you have a TikTok in the background? Like, but no, like playing a game with like a YouTube video or a podcast or a stream, you know, I'm guilty of that as well. I'm not gonna sit here and say that like I'm completely innocent. But, you know, I used to have a setup, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know my setup has been in my room with a dual monitor setup. My monitors are always very close to my face. I always had something stimulating me in terms of being able to like have information to either the monitor, like the game I'm playing, or like a second monitor with a stream. It was always right there in front of me. And it started getting to the point where I was becoming very overstimulated, and I couldn't really play a game for more than like an hour, or I'd be overstimulated. I'd get like a headache, and I'd have to walk away. And I thought, oh shit, like maybe I'm just getting old, and I can't like focus on gaming for more than an hour. But what it really was the fact that I had a YouTube video on the background. I was scrolling my phone in between like loading sessions. I had like it physically felt uncomfortable. It got to the point where it felt physically uncomfortable if I was playing a game with no other noise in the background, which is like insane to think about. But I have ADHD, and my brain was trained at this point that to basically the game I was playing, whatever game it was, it could be fucking like Overwatch or like a very high intense game. My brain just didn't have enough dopamine. Those games were not giving enough dopamine to my brain, which is insane to think. Especially with like racing games or like games like Overwatch where there's always action happening. My brain wasn't getting enough dopamine. And that's pretty sad. That's how chopped my attention span was. And it's still pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. I still find myself cheating, you know, having a video on the background, or like, you know, watching TV while I do something on like Schedule 1. I've been grinding Schedule 1 recently. I already got box this guy out. I've been grinding Schedule 1 recently. And every once in a while, I'll just throw on a YouTube video or a TV show. I'm still very guilty of this. Don't get me wrong. Oh, no, I look away for 1 second. I looked away for 1 second. Ah, fuck. It's over. It's so over. Man, I looked. This is the thing. This actually helps my point, because it was getting to the point where like I'd be in the middle of something important, but I would keep looking away. I keep looking away. I keep looking away. And I ended up doing a poor job than what I could have been if I had been fully dedicating my attention to what I was doing. And this just goes for a lot of things in life. This goes for a lot of things in life, not just gaming. And I just wasn't unlocking the full potential for enjoyment out of these games that I could have gotten if I was dedicating my full attention to them. Now, obviously, in that case, I was trying to like look over at my OBS, make sure it's still recording. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, if we aren't dedicating our full attention to anything, we're not going to get the full enjoyment or like be fully immersed with the game. And I feel like this is killing our enjoyment of gaming. But I've purposely rearranged my setup so where whatever I'm doing, I'm almost always fully engaged with what I'm doing. Right now, I'm in my racing rig. It's set up to my TV, and my TV is facing a different direction than my monitor. If I want to sit on the couch and game, I can move my rig over to the side, and I can play a game on the couch. I've been playing Yakuza 4 recently on the couch. I've been having so much fun. And since I found that sitting on the couch is more relaxing than just sitting at a desk and playing a game, especially a game like Yakuza, I found the experience way more enjoyable, and I unironically found myself more engaged in the game sitting farther back than I was sitting closer to the monitor. I thought it would have been the opposite, but I was more engaged and I was less stimulated. And that's the big thing, in my opinion, that saved gaming for me, because it was getting to the point where I wasn't even looking forward to playing games. Like, I wasn't even looking forward to sitting down and playing like Forza or Need for Speed or like things I typically enjoy. Curating my setup to where whatever I'm doing, my full attention's to it. It's helped so much. Now, I still have like my main like setup over to my left with like my desk and like my, chair and everything for if I'm playing like Schedule 1 or I'm playing like Overwatch or like TF2. But I found that I'm sitting there way less. If I'm just casually watching YouTube, I'm watching it on the couch. If I'm playing a game casually like Yakuza or like the new Mafia game that's going to come out, I'm going to play that on the couch. I'm getting way more enjoyment. And then when I'm in my rig, I'm in like a full dedicated rig. I'm not at like a desk setup. So there's way less things fighting for my attention. And that has really helped me. And the other big thing that has really helped me, I'm going to sound like a hippie here, but meditation and actually seeking out proper rest. So what do I mean by this? Meditation, like a lot of people think it's just you like sitting crisscross. Oh, I can't reach the pedal now. A lot of people think it's just like sitting like that. It's not what meditation is at all. I mean, it could be. Meditation is also a personal experience where for me, I'll load up like a video kind of like guiding me. There's guided meditation on YouTube. Or I'll just sit there and just breathe, do some breathing exercises. And it helps kind of control your mind. A lot of people think meditation is just trying to not think at all. That's not what it is. Meditation is a place to allow all of your thoughts to kind of roam through your brain. And that way you can kind of cycle through them as opposed to just being like stuck on a specific like thought or having thoughts in the back of your head that you just can't get out. Actually resting your brain, giving it time to rest and not be stimulated, it actually helps you create good dopamine, like healthy dopamine that isn't attracted to doom scrolling or going on Instagram or just cheap, easy, like fast food dopamine. Meditating and actually finding proper rest and resting your brain builds up your body's tolerance, your brain's tolerance for healthier dopamine. So where you start achieving, instead of going for like instant gratification or just like cheap, like easy, like stimulation, you're willing to sit down, put more time into something that won't give you instant gratification. And that will just overall improve your perception of games, and it'll also improve your tolerance, and it'll also improve your focus and just your enjoyment of games. And the other thing I also like started doing more is going for walks. Not necessarily to like get my steps in, get healthy. I mean, I do need more cardio, and I am getting more cardio, but just to rest your mind. And I'm not talking like putting on headphones and like listening to music, like loud music. If you're doing that to exercise, that's fine. But like just going outside, going for a walk, no phone, no technology, just you and the wilderness, or you and the city, you wherever you may be, just your surroundings. It helps you stay grounded to where you are in life. It helps you stay grounded to the nature and the like scenery around you. It just helps you slow down your perception of time, and it gives your brain time to rest. Like, as opposed, and it lets your thoughts kind of roam freely. Being able to kind of daydream in a space like that is actually very beneficial for the brain. It can help you stay more creative, and it can just help you overall with your thoughts and mental health. It's helped me a ton. And it's also a form of meditation. Just going outside, going for a nice walk, listening to the birds chirping, or, you know, the sound that the snow makes when you're walking through the snow, or the rain, the drizzle, or the sounds of the city. Whatever your environment may be, just being able to kind of tether yourself to that environment without a phone or without, you know, technology or being constantly stimulated, it helps to relax the brain. It allows you to relax and enjoy games more. This is the big thing that's really kind of sat down. It's these fucking flies, dude. It really helps you with your perception of gaming, and it has helped for me. Being like actually removing forces of overstimulation from your life have really kind of helped me. And then the other big thing is reducing the amount of negativity I have in my everyday life. Like forced negativity. We live in an era where every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants your attention. And a lot of the time, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry has an opinion. And oftentimes, they're giving their opinions in very bad faith. But I feel like that's a topic for a different video. If you would like a video on that topic, especially here in the racing game community, because there's a fuck ton of negativity in the racing game community, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want me to go more in depth of what I'm talking about, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if I'm spitting or if I'm not. Main goals for 2025. Obviously, I want to make a lot of money. Obviously, like I want to be rich and shit. But like at the same time, you know, I want to slow down time. Time since COVID has just seemed to fly by. I want to slow down my perception of time. And I also want to stop myself from being overstimulated, like as much as I am. And I still get very overstimulated from time to time, but I'm in a much better position than I was even like 2-3 months ago. And to stop chasing for cheap dopamine and work on my appreciation of delayed gratification. Those are like my main kind of goals for 2025. Being in a better place than I am today. Just general self-improvement. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching this ramble vlog, and I'll catch you all later. Have a good night, everyone.